Tim and Tony podcast brings you
the Mild Manner Movie Review with your host, Tim.
and Tony. On this special episode, we will be talking about Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
With tons of spoilers.
Are you not entertained? But tonight, we dine in hell! Great Scott!
You play ball like a girl!
We're on a mission from God. If life finds a way.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
A double Bill Murray there at the end.
Never have too much.
No.
All right, so like we said, this episode is going to be a spoiler-filled review of Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
So this is your last chance?
This is your last chance. If you want to go see it, and then listen to the episode. We can say that we got to see this almost two or 3 weeks ago.
2.5 weeks, yeah. Before it came out.
Before it came out. It was our Tim and Tony exclusive.
Yes.
As we're calling it. So yeah, we'll...
we did have to sit in the front, but
at
least we were in the middle front.
We were the last 20 people in.
Yes.
Which was kind of crazy.
Yeah, and there was a lot of kids. It was kind of fun.
It really was, yeah. So getting into it...
For being a PG movie, though, I don't know, it felt like it could have been PG-13. Like, there were some very suggestive jokes.
Yes, which I totally thought was going to happen going in,
yeah,
being Ryan Reynolds as the voice. I'm not surprised.
No.
Because I'm sure he's like, you know what, I'm going to do these jokes and you're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, you're going to have to do the animation for it. So.
Right.
Haha.
But yeah, for being a PG movie, I had a lot of fun with it.
It was very entertaining.
Really
Even had so I'm just gonna spoil it right off the bat.
Right.
If you'd seen, like, when we were growing up, that Pokemon movie Pokemon in general came out
just
right when we were kids.
I think it was 95 or 6 when
Yeah.
the games came out, and then the year after was the show.
Yeah, so I knew like the 150 main ones, 151.
151,
yeah.
I could recite those, almost recite those. When you show a picture,
I'll recognize.
absolutely nail it, yeah.
But so they had way more than the 150, like the new ones.
Yeah, they definitely went into
which
2,
you have
3,
to,
and 4
yeah.
generations, maybe even more. I haven't kept up for a long time.
But so the original movie that came out, Mewtwo was the main villain of that movie.
And kind of like the story kind of mirrors the whole general idea, where it's like Mewtwo's bad because humanity's bad to him.
Yeah,
they took that part.
They did, yes.
And then twisted it.
Yeah, so even in the trailers they try to trick you to make you think that Mewtwo
they totally
is
do.
the villain the whole time. But it ends up
they pulled some Marvel
being
stuff.
used. Yeah,
hiding stuff out of the trailers.
Yeah, and Mewtwo ends up saving the day, and
he turns out he's actually trying to help the Pikachu and Tim.
Yeah, try to save Pokemon and all their owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Detective Pikachu game, so I don't know how.
I was gonna say the whole Detective
with
Pikachu was new to me. The fact that Pikachu was talking was new to me.
I think the last thing I did was Pokemon Yellow when Pikachu followed you, so like, that was kind of close.
And even then, that was just you get a Pikachu right away, and it's the same game.
Yeah, instead of choosing,
you get it, and that's it.
Yeah, but geez, they showed like Charizard was awesome, and
yeah, a lot of parts from the trailer, still in the movie in the same capacity, but
they changed some of the scenes.
There's some stuff where they change some scenes and they actually add on to more. So like the forest scene, that was they foreshadowed it pretty cool, and it's like, okay, if they expand it, and then when the movie hit, you're like, oh, okay.
I figured that was even like it's easy to guess a lot of
I was
stuff.
gonna say
That's gonna
the
happen
only knock I'd say is it's super predictable.
because it is
Because
a
it's
kids movie.
I was gonna say it's a kids movie, and we're 28. We're 27, 28. So it's like, yeah, we grew up in knowing all this stuff.
Yeah. But like that Ryan Reynolds is his dad in Pikachu's
But,
body.
yeah,
Like,
that's,
that was
that's
like,
very much because he's the only one that can talk. Like,
and
they don't show
he
his father at
understands
all.
him. Yeah, they never show his face. Like after the first time, you're like, okay, it's probably him. After the second time, it's like it's definitely him. And like the cast was great. Justice Smith playing Tim.
I guess I gotta
Only
come
thing
around. I gotta come around to Justice Smith a little bit more.
He was in Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World.
Yes.
He was good. I liked him.
Yeah. I don't mind him. He's not my favorite, but it's totally good for the movies. Dopinder.
Dopinder, yeah.
Kind of cashing in on the Ryan Reynolds.
Who was
friend?
The
girl?
No, the rich.
Bill
the rich
Nighy.
guy. Yes. Is what it seems like he's a good guy at first, and then you find out he's a villain.
That's one of those. They set it up perfectly in the story. It's like Dad's the good guy. He's the one
son's
like
the bad guy. Yeah.
Humans and Pokemon live together. The son's the bad guy who hates all that, and then
it flips.
It flips totally at the end, or it builds up, and then you're like, oh wait, okay, why is it? Oh, okay, now I get it. And then the next scene, it's like, boom.
That was the only thing that, like, you originally guessed that he's the villain, just because,
yeah.
But then, like, they play it off very well, where you're like, oh wait, maybe he's not.
Yeah.
Then they get you.
Then it totally gets you. Favorite part in the movie? Just one of them. What's one of yours?
One of them?
What's one of your favorite parts? If you take mine, I'm going to be upset, but I know you're going to.
You go first. I don't want to take yours.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
It's definitely Pikachu walking alone down the road singing the Pokemon song.
Absolutely one of my favorite parts of the movie.
The no one ever was. He's like crying too, kind of.
To catch them. It's funny because the scenes in the scenes in the trailer, but it's
you don't hear
it's
him.
voiced over.
Yeah, it's voiced over.
It's just him walking along. That's easily one of my favorite parts of the movie.
All right, second best.
Second best. I'm gonna go with the I like the underground battle.
Battle?
Yeah, I like that scene.
Okay, my second would be, I think it's got to be the final battle when he's trying to beat Mewtwo, who's Bill Nye.
Okay, yeah.
I
was gonna say
Bill Nye is taking over.
The movie's only like an hour and a half. It moves pretty quickly.
There's not too many Pokemon fights,
no,
but that one is.
They even set it up where it's like, actually, they really set it up in the beginning. It's like, yeah, Pokemon and humans like live together now. They don't battle anymore.
Yeah.
They like almost specifically said that. But yeah, like I did like the end battle where it's.
You finally get to see Pikachu using his powers. Yeah, which was awesome.
And I liked how they did that, where he's like, okay, he said this is my best move. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And it works.
Third best. And we'll end there at the third best. Or for doing that part of it.
That would probably be my third. I guess overall 2 would be. I like the opening where it kind of sets up the story, the world, what we're getting into. It's funny. It plays on like basically going through the game. Like, all right, the first thing you do is try and catch a Pokemon. Like, he does that, and it's like, oh, why isn't that? You know, it has to shake 2 or 3 times before you catch it.
Yeah. It's not turning green.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny. It set everything up.
I did
what about you?
Yeah. Him interacting or Pikachu interacting with Psyduck, and pretty much any Pokemon.
Yeah,
but Psyduck specifically.
Psyduck for sure is. I'm gonna put him 3.
Yeah. Just like giving him a foot rub, and it's like, wait a minute, your head's gonna explode. Like,
even the way he does like the inflections, like that's it's them talk. Like having an actual conversation, but
Yeah,
they're
but
just
it's
saying their own name.
Pika Pika.
Oh, yeah, you can hear him talk, right? Oh yeah, Pika
Yeah,
Pika.
and then the extended mime scene was
Oh,
good.
yeah,
Just
the
like
whole
the
thing.
rest of it, because you get a good chunk of it.
Oh my. Okay. Yes. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, you get a good chunk in the trailers, but then
But then the finale of it,
what?
the
How they
final.
go move on or extend that, I really liked. Which we'll bring that to my fourth and like final thing I liked about it is how like. Oh, the whole movie, he's like, no, I don't need a Pokemon. I don't care about Pokemon anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time, you're like, he knows Pikachu's best move. He knows how to beat Mr. He like knows all the
All
stuff
the stuff, yeah.
because he grew up with it. And that's what he really wanted to do before. He's just like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. So I really liked how he still knows everything and knows all the world and the lore and all that. And then how he uses it.
Okay. Where do they go from here? Because this movie's gonna do well, most likely.
Oh, yeah, this movie, I feel like it's gonna do very well.
It's gotta, yeah. I mean, definitely internationally too. It's gonna do.
Oh, it's gonna do very well internationally. For me, for them going forward, he either
Because you can't do another Detective Pikachu.
no. So
with,
you
with Ryan Reynolds at least.
right. No, because unless
that story kind
character.
of ended. I feel
Yeah.
like that.
Oh
arc.
no, it for sure ended.
Mhm.
Yeah. The only thing they'd be able to do would be either they start the next movie with him finding a Pokemon, or they just pick up like, okay, he found one. New story in the world.
Or just, I mean, I don't even think you need to keep any of the same characters.
Not at all.
You can
you can keep them in the world.
in the same city.
Mm-hmm.
You can even keep the Bill Nye, do a prequel where he's still in it, sort of.
You could probably
Where you
even
think
do it
where he's still the good guy almost for most of the movie,
right, where he's
and then it's
the
hinted
first
at the
part
end.
where he's like trying to get everyone to work together and live together.
Yeah, I think you do a battle one though. Where they're fighting.
That's gonna be the number one complaint. Is I went to this movie because I wanted to see Pokemon battle, and you got a quarter of one.
Even the show and
the
movie. You would get one or two fights though, so it's not like you got cheap on these.
You're right.
A little bit,
Which-
I guess,
which-
but you
I guess
assume
I agree. This kind of felt like an
the
extended
first fight
episode.
wasn't
almost.
really a fight though.
The first fight was.
But we did get Bulbasaur or Blastoids versus Gengar was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. Marowak or Cubone. What? No, it was a Marowak. No, it was Cubone. Like beating him up in the beginning.
In the very beginning,
Technically,
yeah. Yeah, it was like, but you could do a movie, a prequel, where it's all about battles.
Or, heck, if they even did like a live action, just straight up animate like with Ash and all
With
of that.
Ash, oh, that'd be awesome.
Even in that world, because you could set that as like a prequel to like, okay, yeah, everyone battled for the gyms, and then we learned, oh, let's all work together and live together in the city. That would be cool. I mean, it clearly works. The Pokemon look amazing. It's
do.
totally believable. I kind of want one. Like,
kind of want one.
probably like even all the small hints, like the Jigglypuff was
Singing.
a funny thing with the guy sleeping.
I don't know what the one he asked for coffee is, but his reaction is just great.
I have no idea what that Pokemon
just like yells and then like starts making the coffee. Machamp though was awesome.
That was cool.
Snorlax. I mean, a lot of them we saw in the trailers.
We haven't even talked about the big spoiler I almost spoiled in our last episode.
Oh, the Ditto
The Ditto, yeah.
is Bill Nye's assistant,
yeah.
who turns into people, which is super creepy.
Super creepy. They even call it out in the movie. It's like, okay, that's a low blow. You do not use the girl that I'm kind of
Yeah, he
interested
turns
in
into
too. With
and
the
they
beady
have like
eyes.
the beady eyes. Yeah, it's just a creepy, creepy, and like even when it turns into the Pokemon, it's still got the beady eyes and
Right,
it's
it's
still
still
very creepy.
But it very much plays in the world of that. If you know Pokemon, you know what you're gonna expect in the movie.
That was a good twist though for the Ditto.
Especially knowing the history, you're like, oh, you choose the bad guy. That's how everything is set up.
Yeah, I hope they do a sequel. it's tough
See, the
to
thing
not
is,
do it with Ryan Reynolds.
that was going to be my point. Is like,
Or do you do him as just a detective in the world, and they're trying to stop underground battles? That way, we still get the battles.
Still get the battles. You get
It's a continuation off of his story,
That would be fine.
and Tim's helping somehow,
So he would need and then part of that would be him getting his own Pokemon.
and going in undercover battling. Oh, that'd be cool.
See,
Warner Brothers.
I was gonna say which one? Warner Brothers. Yes, come calling.
Yeah, I got nothing else though.
No, I definitely recommend it. It's
Go if you haven't seen it already. Go see it.
enjoyable. It's funny. It's very funny. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yes. So that has been our show today. Hope you enjoyed it.
You can follow us on social media and our website, timandtonytalk.com. And remember, share this with your friends.
And make sure to join us for our next special edition of the Mile Manor Movie Review.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Thanks for listening. I'm Tim.
And I'm Tony. We are the dynamic duo.
Good
Good
night.
night.